Okay, so in this video we are going to create a basic Jekyll files and folder structure. So let's get started with that, and we'll also run Jekyll locally this time. So I'll just open up my Sublime text. Okay, either you can create files and folders inside your Sublime text. I have installed a plugin called Better Sidebar. I'll just confirm the name. Okay, the plugin name is Sidebar. Okay, so I can create it from here as well, or you can just directly go to your folders. Okay, I'll just open that. And the basic first folder that we need is includes. So the folder name is underscore includes. So what does include folder contains is so if you look at our current website, that is the static website, so we have this header, then this middle part and a footer. Okay, and if you go to about page or maybe sample post or even contact page, you can see the navigation, the header, they are kind of common. So these are all reusable sections. So we can split these sections into their separate files called header.html, footer.html, and so on. So we'll be splitting these files in next lecture, but for now let's just create the folders first. So that is what includes is going to contain. The next folder is underscore layouts. Okay, so this folder contains our templates, and yes, Jekyll uses a templating system. We are going to have maybe two templates, one for single pages and one for blog posts. And the next folder is underscore posts. This folder contains all our blog posts. Yes, we'll be writing our blog post inside this folder, and that's it with this basic folder structure. I think let's just create header and footer. So we are going to add this content over here in this folder. Okay, first file which I'm going to create is header.html. Okay, so basically it will contain our header section. So let's just do that. So I think we can remove this part which is common over here. If you come over here in our index.html, you can see container and header, they are kind of different. So I'm going to remove this header part and as well as the nav part and all this above section, and we are going to put that into a separate file called header.html. Okay, so I'll just remove this, Ctrl X, and just paste it into header.html. Save that file. Okay, so we'll create one more file called footer.html. Okay, and go into the index at the bottom. So we have this footer over here. I'll just remove that. Okay, save index file and paste it inside footer.html. Okay, so once you have removed this, we have to add a template file. So basically we're going to add one template file inside layouts folder, underscore layouts. I can give this file name anything, but in my case or in this case we are going to use it as default.html. Okay, enter. So we just created header and footer. We are going to include that header and footer inside default.html. So the way you add it is there is a Jekyll syntax, and the syntax is, so we have to type opening curly brace and ending curly brace. Inside this curly braces you have to type percentage, so opening percentage and ending percentage, and in between you have to type, so we are going to include header. So the syntax is just type include and the name of the file, so that is header.html, and same thing for the footer. Okay, so it is going to be percentage footer dot html. Oh, and of course you have to type include before that. I forgot that. Include footer.html. That's it. Save this file, but we have to do one more thing. We have to include the content. So basically I am going to tell Jekyll where I should include the middle content. So as you can see, I have to include this part over here. So all you have to do is say content, but I think we can still minify this code over here. As you can see, this container is common, right? And let's see if anything is common, or otherwise let it be. We'll just include this part. Okay, so I'll just say, okay, in this case we have to use double curly braces and say content. Okay, once you are done with this, you have to go to index.html, and right now index.html is just this HTML file. To make it Jekyll readable, I have to add few things. So that is front matter. So we call this front matter in Jekyll terms. So this front matter tells Jekyll what template this file is going to use. Are there any extra additional variables this file contains or not? So in this case, right now we'll just tell Jekyll index.html to use default.html as its layout or template. So you have to say layout, and you have to just specify the template, and the template name is default. That's it. Okay, same name as this file name over here. Okay, save it, and you can also add any variable called maybe title. We'll say homepage. Okay, so this is our front matter. We have to do this same thing with all the other files. So about and contact page. Okay, so I'll just quickly, I'm just going to copy this part and paste it in this, but we have to delete all this section over here. I'm just going to press delete, paste this, and same thing, I'm just going to remove all this footer, because we already have this footer.html and header.html. We are going to include that. Okay, and the next page is contact. Same thing, I'm just going to delete the header part. Okay, paste the front matter. Oh, by the way, I have to change this contact us, and for about we'll say about. That's it. In contact.html, I'm going to remove the footer as well. So basically what happens is, when you say I'm going to use layout as default, this entire content is being placed over here every time. Okay, so that's it with this one. Let's run our Jekyll files and see if it's working locally. Okay, so the way you do it is, I hope you have installed git bash. So, and Mac users, you have to cd to this folder. On Windows, press shift, hold shift and right click and say git bash, and you have to type the command Jekyll serve -- watch. So with serve we are running the server, and with -- watch we are telling Jekyll to watch for any changes. So as soon as you save this file over here, it will be reflecting on your server, and hit enter. Once we hit enter, Jekyll creates a folder called _site. So this is what actually gets served on your GitHub pages server. So let's see. Right now the website is hosted at 1270.0.1 and at port 4000. So this is our local server. Okay, 127 just enter this URL, and yes, our Jekyll server is running locally perfectly fine. Let's just view these files, contact. Okay, even the sample post will work fine, because sample post is just loading as a static file, but the rest of these three files, home, about, and contact, they are being loaded through our templating system. So see you in the next lecture, where we are going to learn to add a dynamic navigation. Right now this navigation is static. We'll create a dynamic navigation. See you then.